Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am not very fine. I have some flu, but at least I hope you can hear my voice. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we were just discussing politics with one of my longtime friends. And the discussion centered around the 2027 presidential elections in the Republic of Kenya. And we came into one agreement that William Ruto is the easiest president to remove from office via the ballot in 2027. And we agreed on that based on the fact that the mountain has actually drifted away from William Ruto, and the fact that the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua was made to appear as if William Ruto was targeting the mountain. So the mountain is very angry and bitter with William Ruto, and therefore if the opposition can organize themselves and agree on a single candidate, then they can easily remove William Ruto from office. What we did not agree on is the candidate. But my friend also asked me a question which I felt that the audience or the subscribers on this platform can actually help me with it. Assuming tomorrow you wake up and see Uhuru Kenyatta supporting William Ruto in 2027. Because I've always told you that in politics we have only two constants. That is the interest and the betrayal. What will be the implication if Uhuru Kenyatta were to just wake up and say, for me, I'm going to support William Ruto's re-election bid? How will the mountain react? That's where our discussion ended. And I felt that this channel has some of the brightest people, politically speaking. Maybe in the comment section, tell me what you think will happen in the mountain if you were to wake up to the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta has endorsed William Ruto's re-election. What do you think will happen? The truth of the matter is that William Ruto is currently facing one major headache. And that headache is none other than Rigathi Gachagua. Because after the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, it became very clear that the mountain was drifting away. The mountain gave William Ruto the highest number of votes in the last election. And do you think William Ruto is just seated somewhere watching Rigathi Gachagua take the mountain? The truth of the matter is that as we speak, William Ruto is laying an elaborate strategy of taming Rigathi Gachagua or even kicking him out of the mountain completely. In this video, I want to explain to you guys the strategies which William Ruto has employed or is employing in the mountain to try and counter the influence of Rigathi Gachagua. But before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But again, before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys once again to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money back to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates and the money will be delivered instantly into your M-Pesa account, Airtel Money account, and of course, if you want, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. If there's one headache which William Ruto is facing is the headache of Rigathi Gachagua. Because because immediately William Ruto removed Rigathi Gachagua from office, three things became very clear. Number one, Rigathi Gachagua has the potential of swaying the mountain to support a candidate of his choice. Number two, Uhuru Kenyatta can actually take advantage of Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment to unite the opposition around a candidate. He can tell Rigathi, support Kalonzo, or Rigathi and Kalonzo, the enemy now is Ruto, let us support Raila Odinga. And number three, Rigathi Gachagua also has the potential of exposing William Ruto's government. So it's a big headache for William Ruto. And William Ruto has laid these strategies as part of his strategy of taming Rigathi Gachagua. The first one, which is now very clear, is that William Ruto is now targeting Rigathi Gachagua's allies and is giving two approaches: the charm offensive approach and the ruthless approach. In the charm offense approach, William Ruto is trying to reach out to most of the allies of Rigathi Gachagua. Yesterday, William Ruto met with the Nairobi MPs, Mejandong and Gakuya, who are key allies of Rigathi Gachagua, attended that event. Let me tell you something. There is no way you can just attend a presidential function. If William Ruto didn't want them, they would not have been allowed anywhere there. So which means William Ruto wanted them to be part of that meeting. So that's the charm offensive. William Ruto was in Laikipia, was it over the weekend? And the senator who opposed the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua was literally begging William Ruto for apology. And if you are keen, most of Mount Kenya leaders who are supporting Rigathi Gachagua, some of them are now underground, just like those who voted to impeach him, or they are waiting to see. The truth is, William Ruto is reaching out to them. And those who are supporting Rigathi Gachagua and are a bit difficult, someone like Waititu, their cases are being revived. I don't know whether that strategy is going to work for Ruto, but it's something which is using. The second strategy, which is also very clear, is that William Ruto is reaching out to Maina Njenga. I know you'd ask me why Maina Njenga. You see, in the mountain, they always decide mapema. But there is the influence of Maina Njenga over the youths, over the young generation in the mountain. So it was going to be very difficult for William Ruto and his allies to deal with Rigathi Gachagua in the mountain, who is supported by Uhuru Kenyatta and supported by Maina Njenga. The other day, Maina Njenga case was dismissed, which is normal because they were trump-up charges. But if you paid very close attention to Maina Njenga's statement on that day, you'll agree that there's a way the government was involved in that case. So which means Rigathi Gachagua will have the support of the mountain, but Maina Njenga will be there to checkmate him. Maina Njenga and the youth. The fact is, Maina Njenga might not necessarily support William Ruto, but his role would be to attack Rigathi Gachagua or to checkmate Rigathi Gachagua. I remember there was this event. When was that? Some 2 or 3 weeks ago. And in that event, it was attended by Rigathi, I think Kalonzo, I think some musician was launching something. And Maina Njenga stole this show there when he arrived. But in his speech, he attacked Rigathi Gachagua. Those are signals. That's William Ruto working. Number three is the appointment of Professor Kithure Kindiki. Of course, it was bound to happen that William Ruto was going to appoint someone from the mountain to take over from Rigathi Gachagua. But that appointment had to look into several other factors. Of course, William Ruto also had the opportunity of appointing, say, someone like Musalia Mudavadi. So he settled on Kindiki. Why? Because Rigathi Gachagua was removed because he was a tribalist, in quote. So he brought on board Professor Kithure Kindiki, who has a national image, just to counter that tribal politics. And the appointment of Kithure Kindiki also comes with the support, alleged support of Mount Kenya East. So that if West are not going to play balls with Ruto, the Ruto is going to concentrate on East. And of course, we also know that Rigathi Gachagua did not enjoy the support of members of parliament from the mountain. With Professor Kithure Kindiki, William Ruto hopes that the mountain members of parliament are going to rally around him. Because if they don't do that, Gachagua is going to crush them on the ground. So that's the third strategy. And William Ruto's fourth strategy is actually the church. William Ruto is targeting the church in his strategy of taming Rigathi Gachagua. William Ruto understands the power of the church because the church really aided William Ruto in the last election. They provided him with a platform. They provided him with mobilizing their members to UDA. They aided him, which was the most important aspect of the church, in spreading propaganda. Now the church is now not with Ruto, especially the church in the mountain. Rigathi Gachagua was stepping in or up. So what is William Ruto doing? William Ruto is now targeting specific church leaders. And the message is clear: do not host Rigathi Gachagua. Because if they host Rigathi Gachagua will get the same platform. William Ruto is not keen on that. That's why the other day you saw that Pastor Gitahi or something who hosted Rigathi Gachagua. He was visited by the Subaru boys. So that's a very dangerous strategy. It just shows that William Ruto is willing to go to any length to tame Rigathi Gachagua. And lastly is the vernacular radio and TV stations from the mountain. If there is one little thing the mountain has, are those vernacular radio stations. Ruto understands the power. So Ruto strategically is using the government to stop those radio stations from hosting Rigathi Gachagua. The other day, Rigathi Gachagua was supposed to host. The other day, Rigathi Gachagua was supposed to attend some interviews. He was supposed to address the mountain. What happened? Those vernacular stations were told, don't try. All of them coiled their tails. Rigathi Gachagua was not able to address the mountain. He later on denied, but facts are there. And lastly, Rigathi Gachagua is also, and lastly, William Ruto is also trying to avoid the mountain. And I know most of you guys are wondering, why is the president avoiding the mountain? When we all know that in 2022, before the 2022 election, William Ruto made the mountain his home. He would always spend his days there. He would always spend the night there. In fact, in a week, William Ruto would spend 6 days in the mountain. Why is he not going there now? The truth is that the mountain are very angry and bitter with William Ruto. The rage against William Ruto in the mountain are so high, which means strategically the timing of going there right now is not good for Ruto. If you were to go there, probably people would not attend or he would be heckled. When was the last time you saw William Ruto in the mountain? Let me remind you. There was that event in June. Was it in like Kipia? Some church where during the Gen Z protest, if you remember, where the young people went. And as William Ruto was attending the church service, they were outside singing anti-William Ruto songs. From that church, William Ruto took off. He sneaked. The members of parliament who accompanied Ruto also sneaked with him. William Ruto never believed his eyes that day. That was the day William Ruto decided that his visits to the mountain, as long as the rage is still very high, were going to reduce. So William Ruto will only be going to the mountain the moment the rage will go down. Because politically, it's not good for the president to go to a place and then he's being heckled, he's being chased away. He would rather not just go completely. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the strategies which William Ruto is trying to use to tame Rigathi Gachagua. I'm not so sure whether it's going to succeed. But maybe in the comment section, you can let me know whether you believe William Ruto can actually succeed in taming Rigathi Gachagua. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed the video up to this stage, please let me know in the comment section. Until next time, this is your man, Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.